Hello, hello. How are you? Doobie doobie doo ba. Show it. Show it. Show it. Capture it. Capture. What are you doing? Shoba. Hello, hello. There it is. Hello, hello. How's everybody? Hello, Snack. We ostentatious. Wow. Sizz. Rinslet. Pixel. Nitrum. And Will Shoba. Little fan, please, on a Dracula throne with a little wine glass in her trunk. Oh, and little fangs. And little fake Dracula fangs. What is that? How's everybody? Where's my stories? Where's my stories? I'll tell my stories. I'll tell them. I have them. I have stories. Yeah, there's no cycling road. Why is that? So anyways, I tell him, get your wombat out of my milkshake. Cran grape juice, ooh. But then Torchic got back up. Ashes to dusts, dusts to ashes, be sure to clean your house. Yeah. I mean, question of the day, what's your least favorite chore? Mine is dusting or sweeping. Because it feels so futile. It all just comes back. Digging the body hole? What the heck? Mopping? That sucks too. I don't like mopping. I don't really mop though. I don't really have a mop floor. Listening to Snack talk because it's such a chore. High five! Ashes to ashes, funk to funky, we know Burasan's a junkie. That's messed up. You can't be talking about that here. And I tricked you. We listened to the whole song again. And I tricked you all. And what's up, idiotness? And what's up, buddy bro? Here? I'm pissed at here? I am too. I hate this place. This place sucks. Alright, what the heck is this game? This is Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass, if you don't know. If you're new around here, guys, this is Pokemon Emerald Sea Glass, and we're doing something called the Soul Shift Challenge. I'm going to take it from the top and explain all the rules to you all over again. Because it's been a month. We need a paprika. I'm new around here. No, I'm not going to take it from the top, though. I'm only kidding. You can go watch part 1 for that. I ain't doing that. That's a lot of explaining. We're not... Even if we get to the end of this chapter tonight, I'm not switching to Black 2 tonight. We'll call it early if we have to. I'm not ready to go back at the moment. I'll be ready next week. But I don't think we'll even get there. This is a long stretch of game. And we're going to be yapping tonight. Yeah, you can go watch the middle of a session of Dawn of the New World for that. I don't know why I even try to act professional. To any degree. What's the point? It's truly for nothing. It's for me. You ever feel that way? You ever do something just for you? All that tidying up I do for the channel. All like the thumbnails and the playlists and stuff. That's for me. And that's okay. Or you can catch up on Fellowship Island shenanigans. That could be fun. Guys, Tomodachi Life has come out. I think last time we played this, we were talking about the 70 me limit. And boy, oh boy, yes. I do have strong feelings about that limit. It has fucked everything up for me. I really do think with 100 me's, I would have been happy. But with only 70, I've felt pain. I've had to say, like, no to so much. But that's okay. But I've gotten a start on that. I've added 7 me's to my island, and we're having a good time. We're having a good time over there on Fellowship Island. That wish will pass. It probably will. Job interview? Oh, let's go. That's exciting. Is it for one that you're, like, pumped for, or are you just running the motions, kind of? Either way, that's cool. That's cool. How's everybody doing? It's not 100 line anymore, so we can take our time and do whatever we want and not even care. We don't even have to leave this screen tonight if you don't want. Would you like to just sit here and chat? Would you like to play Pokemon? We're playing Pokemon. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Who do we have in the party? Let's do a quick roll call here. We've got Beeve, Starvey with the bold nature, who we don't really have to worry about. He just has to have all attacking moves. So he's all set. We've got Popo, who is gentle. Same deal. Popo, we just have to worry about the moves. So we're sitting pretty. What's up in you? And then these two, we have the Matrix and Wingolm, there are two switchers. These are the ones we gotta pay attention to. I have to refresh myself. Let's pull up my little cheat sheet. This is a game where you have to be thinking and you gotta do homework. What the fuck? How did the Matrix get all these moves? Oh, I think Fellstinger happened off stream. Oh, this is raw. Yeah, I got Fellstinger off stream. I think he was level 26, or she was level 26 when we left. She got this when she leveled up. The rest she had, though. Yeah, it was a time skip thing. So the Matrix, just a quick refresher, Adamant Nature. If this Pokemon has a move that is not very effective, it cannot be switched out until it wins, is knocked out, or is forced out. And this Pokemon cannot use healing moves or hold a healing item. Simple enough. So what that means is, if any of these moves are not very effective against the opponent, you gotta stay in. Wingolm is timid, which means she can't be in the lead. And if she's affected by a stat-lowering move, she's gotta switch. Hooray, that's everything. That's all you gotta know. Let's do battle. Ah, dang it. Ah, shoot, a romantic battle. I'm somewhat decent. Guys, Aroma Lady Shayla. Shayba. We're all pissed at this route. Guys, I just got back from a trip and I promised that tonight would be story time, and so it shall be. Tonight shall be Shuckle time. I just gotta figure out how I want to pace it, you know? How are we gonna pace the story time? That's probably not even that. We all know that I don't know how to talk. I start talking and then I get lost, and then I start talking about the game, and then I come back, and then nothing ever comes out cohesive. Tie night. That night was... Tie night made me feel like I needed to go see a doctor. Tie night made me, like, too self-aware of myself. I was like, dang, your mind moves a mile a minute, man. You gotta slow down. But, yes, I did, in fact, just get back from a trip. Sponge Night sucked. That was a bad one. That one made me feel in a dark place. Oh, how strong you are. But that's because I had a headache that night. That night sucked. That... Oh, I caught hot Pokemon in Fiery Path! What was it? Did you catch something generic, or did you catch a cool Johto guy? Oh, look at this dude. Kindler Bryant. Oh, he also got Cyst Nummel. I got this pustule. Oh. Anyway, guys, I just got back from a trip. Where did they go, dude? Anybody know? Question on everyone's mind. Uh-oh. Bermuda, correct. 1 point. Who's keeping score tonight? How's Con 3 on a boat? Hey, I was gonna get to that. You stole my answer. I was on a boat. I was on a boat this past week. I was on a boat to Bermuda. Yeah, I can give Sis a point. Can somebody keep track of the points tonight, please? Somebody keep track of the points? I need a scorekeeper. I left last Tuesday, and I got back home this past Sunday. Yo, what's up, Kingo? How many points is it to be scorekeeper? I'm gonna say 0. There's a rest house up ahead. It was my first time on a cruise. I think we talked about this leading up to it, but I was very... If you didn't get the vibe... Start the story over? Oh, Kingo, no. I can't. I didn't really start yet, so it's fine. And I don't know if you got this vibe leading up to it, but I was definitely a little on the fence about it. I wasn't, like, super excited. I was more excited to be on vacation than anything else. I wasn't super excited at the prospect, because I didn't know if I was gonna enjoy it. I didn't know if it would be for me. I just didn't know, you know? It's just, sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you get nervous about a vacation. I do sometimes. And so, like, as it got really close, like the couple days before, I was kind of like a little more optimistic about it. So I was excited when it was finally time to go. First of all, I overpacked. Absolutely. Where are my overpackers at? Classic Zebra, but come on, like, I get nervous. I pack everything. But anyway, we show up to the harbor area. And immediately, I wouldn't say things were off to a bad start, necessarily. What did I pack that I didn't need? I packed a lot of extra clothes. And I packed a lot of extra, like, trinkets and knickknacks that I just didn't, like, use. Lots of toiletries that I didn't need, like, I don't know, lots of extra stuff. Extra supplies, stuff that I didn't end up using. Can I... What's going on down here? Okay. Is it usually like this? No, right? This is not real, right? Don't go too into detail on what I packed. Why is that? This is not a safe space. Okay. Did you pick up my Tic Tacs? I forgot about the Tic Tacs. What's that? What am I doing? Thinking about making my own room here using a Pokemon move. Oh, we have to make a secret base. That's gonna be fun. I forgot. We gotta make a Pesto secret base. Oh, that'll be fun. No, when I get to... I'm gonna go day by day on this trip to keep myself on track here. I took notes. I took a little diary while I was away. Just so I could remember what I did every day. But also so I could talk about it. Because I'm all about content, guys. I'm content-oriented. That's not true. I was doing it for me. Like Flavio. Yeah, it was kind of like that. Like a captain's log. When this lady asks you to sleep multiple times... I was always so confused by that as a kid. Anybody else? When she'd be like, oh, you should keep resting here, I was always like, what does it do? But it does nothing. I don't know. What's on the TV? Oh, this is just Gabby and Ty. What did we say, though? Day XX, I found the One Piece. The fastest way is to battle. What's up, Unstoppable? This lady is creepy pasta material. Vigoroth and Weeping Bell. What did we say? This is raw. Drink! And drink, of course. You can't use them in Champions? Neither of them? Oh, that's crazy. You guys been playing Champions? You guys hear about this? What bike do we have? So, we get to the port, and I wouldn't say we were off to a bad start. But the wait to get in and to get on was like 2 hours. We were in line for some time. It was worse than the airport, if you ask me. It's like an hour and a half, realistically. But it was basically a long line to get into the terminal, and then the terminal is where they do, like, you know, they check your passport and stuff and give you your card and whatnot. And then you walk onto the boat. So you did fly? No. But I might as well have. It, like, it was simultaneously easier and harder than the airport. It was a lot more lax, but it was just long. Everybody got there at the same time, I think is the problem. So it was slow moving. But thankfully it wasn't too hot out, and it was also pretty shady. But then once we got on, we were in pretty good shape. You get on the boat, and on the boat... Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Where are my notes? Boom. Once you're on the boat, you walk onto the boat, you check in, you do all your stuff, and as soon as you walk in, you are in the Irish pub aboard the ship that is open 24/7. So as soon as you get on the ship, you're home. And everything is open even before the ship leaves. Like, once people get on the boat, you're on the boat. And everything's open. So, first thing I do is go to my room. You know, drop off my bag, make sure my bag made it to my room. Because I had my backpack that I had on for like 2 hours. I needed to drop that off. And I freshened up a little because it was hot out and I was a little sweaty and I felt a little gross. So I did use one of my extra changes of clothes right then and there, and I was like, yes, I didn't overpack. I'm going to be burning through these clothes. That's, a little cope. But then I went down to the pub, met up with my folks. I traveled with my family, by the way. Mom and pop and aunt, uncle, and cousin. That's not super relevant. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna go into too much detail about my family. But that's all you need to know. Those are my travel buddies for the weekend or the week. I keep calling it the weekend. Tell us all their names. Flanois. But I met up with them down at the pub, and what of your brother? He didn't come. He didn't come with. He had his own stuff going on. We'll bring that wing on, baby. And the first drink I got for the weekend, if you don't know, you have unlimited drinks as long as you get the unlimited drink package. Use it wisely. Don't be a fool. Just be cool, you know? First thing I got was a Manhattan. A Manhattan. It was pretty good. We were off to a strong start. And it also set the pace for the week. Because the past week, guys, including yesterday, I'm home now, including yesterday, I had a lot of whiskey and a lot of wine. Those are my two W's for the week. Also, guys, we're fucking here. This is my favorite song ever in the world. Popo loves this song. Yeah, this stuff is so cool. Oh, hold up. If it's a Spindakingo, don't scream. Oh, Ponyta! Hey, that's interesting enough. It's something. Yeah, it's something different. Not a super exciting Pokemon, IMO. Not the biggest Ponyta or Rapidash guy, but like, it's different. Ponya. I got my Manhattan and I got some sausage sliders, which were pretty good. And that was me being like, dang, you can just order food and drink whenever you want here. That's exciting. And it was exciting. But after that, we just kind of, yeah, sausage sliders. It was like Italian sausage on like a slider bun. It was like pretty good. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. And oh, did I live decadently. Yeah, it was like fine. It was just a little snack. You know, it was just something to eat after getting on the ship. We were waiting for dinner for like real food. A Ponyta's very weak at birth. Oh no. Laramie. Oh, look at this pathetic creature. Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm so endeared to it. What is that? Oh, I love it. I want to cradle it. What do we want to... Oh, weak knees. What about, like... Weak knee. Weak knee. Does anybody want this? I'm gonna guess no. We're going with weak knee. Is anyone still open? I think we got a few. Oh, and the sprite just is like that. It's not just like... Some of them are like not like that. Jolly. Oh. Doo-doo-doo. Ba-ba. La 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 la. I hate interrupting that song, but I have to. Ugh, disgusting. Yeah, we have some fire on this team. But day one was not super duper eventful. It was mostly exploration, getting acclimated with where I was. Where are we here? Excuse me, I'm drinking a Coke Zero. It's making me want to burp. Boom. You are Jolly, and you are named Weakney. Don't burp on stream, that's gross. It's so true. The Pokemon difference, well, you know, like, I was thinking about this. I was looking at this earlier. I was thinking about this. Genuinely, this isn't cope. It's also partially because Emerald goes first. When Black 2 is back in court, we are going to fill up roughly this much before switching back to Emerald, and that doesn't look half as bad. Like, when they're at the same point, it's only like 5 behind. Back to the game. Back to the lab again. Yeah, without the added encounters, that's also the problem. But I had no way of knowing, really, without spoiling the game. Yeah, there should be 6, 7. Something around that. Weakness. Look at this creature. I just want to kick it. Lovingly. Let's put Matrix up. But yeah, I toured the ship a little. We went up topside to watch the departure. Who the hell? Elliot, shut up. Nobody likes you. I'm deleting you. Oh gosh darn it, Elliot. You just earned a delete. Can I even do that in this game? I don't think you can. Where the heck is Elliot? I went up topside to watch departure. You can't delete him. What could have been? We can do that for a minute. And I was worried about whether or not I would be the type of person. No shame if you are the type of person. I'm not saying it like that. I was wondering if I would be the type of person who would be nauseous on a boat like that. Because a lot of people are. I definitely packed the medicine in case anybody in my party needed it. But guess what? I wasn't. I was good. I was fine. I've definitely been on boats before. I've never been on a boat that big. But I do have my sea legs. but I didn't know what to expect of like a big boat, you know? But I was fine. And also, day one, you couldn't even feel anything. Day one was calm as anything. But yeah, all we did was explore that day. We found all the places to eat. We looked around the casino a little. Looked up topside a bit, found the theaters, all that jazz. Got acclimated with my room and like my floor, kind of. It might. I don't know if it sells it, but I would think it would be a thing. They have like a med bay. You could probably drop by there. Oh shoot, I never posted my room tour. Dang it, well I'll do that. You know where to look. I did a little room tour. I'm not posting that in my server, I apologize, but that's not for all eyes to see. I did take a little video of a little room tour though. And it was pretty nice. Yeah, $50. It was pretty nice for... Oh, this would have been a nice pickup. This would have been a nice one. Oh, nuts. But I got a little studio room, a little solo studio away from it all. And in the solo area, there's a solo lounge. And there's a little... Oh, look at him tricking out! What was that? He was going nuts! She was breaking it down! Kingo! Why didn't you wait? Doesn't affect the Matrix. What? What type are you? Bug Dark? Did we know? Did we notice? I didn't even notice until now. Bug Dark? That's kind of raw. I know. Well, that's pretty cool. And that's a much better type. Is it much better? Pretty good. Was Spinda just normal? But my room was nice. It was a little studio room, so it was a little small, but it was I actually thought it was the perfect size. The bed was super comfy. The shower did the job. I had a closet. I had a little bathroom. It was nice. It was good. It had everything I needed, and I slept like royalty in that bed. It was a nice bed. And as the week went on and the ship got a little more rocky, I could feel it at night, as opposed to the first night where I didn't feel any rocking at all. And I actually loved the feeling of the ship rocking while I was trying to sleep. It felt like I was being rocked to sleep. I thought it was cozy. I think some people would have an adverse reaction to that. I thought it was wonderful. I thought I was in like a hammock. It did wake me up a few times, though, which was a little annoying, but I just fell right back to sleep. It was fine. See, had we been bug flying, that might have killed us. Probably not. Objectively not. But yeah, day one, mostly exploration stuff. I don't have too much to say about day one. We went for a nice dinner that evening to one of the complimentary dining rooms. I got myself... what did I get? I got a cream of cauliflower soup. I'm gonna post pictures of the food. Cause you know me, I'm a foodie. I'm a foodie, that's what I was there for. I'm a foodie, that was my favorite part. Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt. I got a cream of cauliflower soup for my appetizer. I got a chicken piccata with a rigatoni au gratin for my entree. And a lava cake, a chocolate lava cake with a little ice cream for dessert. And I asked the guy for a wine recommendation, and he was just like, Oh, the house Cabernet. And I was like, all right, you're just trying to sell me something. Like, he doesn't have any recommendation. I'll take the Cabernet then. Which was great, mind you. It was good. As far as the food, I'm going to give you my review. The soup was pretty good. The soup was average. It was fine. The chicken piccata was really good. And the lava cake kind of sucked. It was one of the worst lava cakes I've ever had. Not that it tasted bad, but it wasn't... You want the gush, right? You want the goop. And there was no goop. It was just like... It just tasted more like a brownie. Like an undercooked brownie than a lava cake. But it was fine. It was a little doughy. But that's okay. Not a big deal. There's plenty of food. You can just walk upstairs at any point to the buffet and they'll be serving something and you can just grab food and go. And there are a lot of options. There's a soft serve machine that is like always available unless it's out of order. You can just get ice cream. If you want ice cream, go upstairs and just get it. I only did it once. I don't need that much ice cream. But I definitely did it for the novelty. I just like walked up, grabbed a cone and got some ice cream. I felt so powerful. It was kind of like freezer burned, to be honest. Oh, this is a little... What kind? A chocolate vanilla swirl. You could do chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. The buttons were lined up vanilla on the left, chocolate on the right, and swirl in the middle. And so I got swirl. And then I made fun of him for this. My dad was behind me. And he grabbed his cone. And I saw him press the vanilla button. And I was like, oh, okay. He wants vanilla. And then I saw him press the chocolate button. And I was like, oh, Steiner. It was pretty funny. I was like, you could have just pressed the swirl button. It's funny though, we got a little bit of ice cream. Dinner was nice. The waiter kept calling me Sir Adam. And my brain-rotted brain was like, yes, that's me. I was like, Sir Adam. I felt like royalty. The staff are super nice. I think, you know, they kind of have to be. I know it's... I'm not so oblivious to think that it's not a, you know, iffy industry. But I had a great experience with all the staff. All very kind and attentive, which I appreciated. I definitely left a lot of tips. I spent a lot of money on tips, I think. Yeah. But that was nice. That was night one, and then later that evening, I think we went to bed after dinner. I was tired night one. We didn't do much on the first day. Just kind of got acclimated, you know? Matrix is fine to be in, right? Yeah. And day two is where I would say the trip, like, truly started. Let's see, did I have to... Oh, no. One more thing on day one. I got back to my room, and I had a pretty bad headache. Probably because I had a lot to drink and not a lot of water, and I waited outside for a long time without a lot of water. So I was probably a little dehydrated or something. I had an awful headache when I got back to my room. And when I went to lie down, I, like, couldn't fall asleep right away. I was having trouble sleeping on the first night. And it got to the point where I drank the forbidden water bottle. And if you've ever stayed at a hotel or anywhere, you know what I mean by the forbidden water bottle. The forbidden water bottle was right there, and I was like, I'm gonna drink that. It was like $3. I don't even know if they charged me. It was like a $3 water, whatever. But I definitely, I guzzled the forbidden water bottle. And I felt good in the morning. I just had a rough time falling asleep. That first night. So day 2 comes. Day 2, I get up a little early. The ship is rocking now. Finally, the ship is starting to rock. And we kind of start getting the vibe. Like, okay, this is what it feels like to be on a big boat out at sea. And if you've never been on a big, like, cruise ship, you might not be able to even comprehend it. I don't know how to describe it, but, like, you know, if you're on, like, a small boat, you can see the whole boat. And so the idea of it rocking is, like, easy to reconcile. Like, you see it. You see it moving, and you're like, yeah, like, of course this boat's moving. Even if you're on, like a ferry, if you can see, like, the span of the boat, you're kind of like, yeah. When you're on a big ship like this, it's weird. Because you don't really, like, see it moving. You just feel it moving. So it's, like, kind of weird to get acclimated to, in my opinion. So I imagine that throws some people off. Because you just feel the ground moving without really, like, perceiving it any other way other than, like, by feeling it. I will say also, I don't know if I've shared this yet. This is a common thing. I still feel like the ground is moving under me a little. I still slightly have that feeling. You gotta get your land legs back, apparently. It happens to some people. I looked it up to make sure I wasn't, like, sick with something. I looked it up to make sure I didn't have, like, vertigo or something. But it is a thing that happens to some people. Oh, is that a shiny? Or was that just an effect? Okay, I think that was just an effect. I hope that wasn't a shiny. Who cares? We could have had a shiny Sandshrew. We'll never know. Hold on, this will tell us. Just do this. No, it's not a shiny. It just looks like that. Unless that's a second shiny. Oh, look at her. Day 2. I told my family, don't look for me in the morning. Day 2 is my day to do my things. We'll meet up in the evening. What happens? I go up to the buffet. I haven't taken my shower yet or anything because I just wanted a quick breakfast and then I wanted to go back down to my room. So my hair is a mess. What happens? I run into my family. And I'm like, I wasn't supposed to be seen or perceived. Let me eat my dinner, my breakfast, and go back to my room. So I did that. I go back to my room, and it's me day. It's zebra day. What do I do with me day? Well, I'll tell you what I do with me day. I went to an art auction. That was what I did. That was my first post-breakfast activity. Was I went to an art auction. Also, quick review of breakfast. Breakfast sucked. I went to the buffet for breakfast. Never again. I did not do the buffet for breakfast. Ever again. The bacon was bad. I got a biscuit and put some gravy on it. It dried out like immediately. By the time I got to my seat. The corned beef hash. I don't even know what I was looking at. The sausage was pretty good. And the pancakes were dry and cold. So I didn't like breakfast. This was probably the only bad meal I had. I think every other meal was at least mid to good to great. But breakfast at the buffet is a no-no. Anyway, I went to an art auction. Okay. This was a Maribel pleased activity for me. This was me being like, oh my. I saw that there was an art auction going on and I went, yes, I'm going to this. This is cultured. I'll feel fancy. They're giving out free champagne, which I later found out the the guy said it was Dom Perry. Oh! What could have been? Do you know I've never used a Teddiursa? I would love to. I'm pretty sure it was not Dom Perry. I think he was making a joke. I think the guy was making a joke. But I'll get to that. I went to this art auction because there was complimentary champagne. Complimentary mimosas, actually. And because it was an art auction, there was plenty. There was an art gallery on the ship. There are art galleries on many cruise ships, I think. I think this is like a thing. For whatever reason. And sure enough, there was definitely some nice artwork on display. I was admiring the art. It was in such a poorly laid out room. They converted the comedy club to the art gallery for the evening. And it was not laid out well. I was just standing in the back because all the seats were taken by the time I got there. And, you know, I was just watching. I just went to observe. I did not go with any intention to bid. I just wanted to see what an auction was like, you know? And I wanted to see the art and get my mimosa. So, I should have seen this red flag immediately. But there is one guy handing out the mimosas to a room of like, I don't know, I'm gonna ballpark like 100, 150 people. Maybe more. I'm not good at counting. But, you know, if I had to give a rough estimate. And it's not getting handed out very fast. And I notice he's coming from like the total opposite end of the room where I'm at. So I'm like, man, well, I guess I'll get mine eventually, right? So I'm just waiting for my, look at these two Tracys. I'm waiting for my mimose. And the auction starts. And the auctioneer is talking fast like an auctioneer does. I did a little point. I was like, yo, they do the thing. He was talking fast, yelling out numbers. At the beginning, he had us go all around the room and look at stuff and put stickers on the pieces of art that we were interested in. I don't even know what that ended up doing. He claimed it was like an interest-based auction, and I don't think that was the case at all. But whatever. But there was some nice stuff. They had stuff from... I wrote down a couple of the artist names. They had stuff from like some notable artists. They had some Dali, some Picasso. They had some Peter Max. Apparently they loved their Peter Max. They had Michael Goddard. If any of these names mean anything to any of you. And they had some artists that I had never heard of, which were pretty cool. They had this airbrush guy named Chris de Rubes. He did this cool like airbrush art that had a really like metallic and like glossy look to it. I thought that was cool. They had Jim Warren, who was, I guess, pretty well known, but I'd never heard of him. I liked a lot of his stuff. There was someone named Create, K-R-E number 8. I liked that. So I got to see some cool stuff, for sure. But anyway, the mimosa was not making its way over to me, and I was getting grumpy. Because Zebra wanted his drinky. That's part of why I came. I didn't feel cultured enough to just be sitting there admiring the art. I needed a little champagne glass in my hand. It didn't feel right otherwise. You know? Like, it's part of the aesthetic. Because I'm superficial like that. Oh. This is a little glitchy for us. Buy a scaly cap. A scally cap? Anyway, I'm watching this auction unfold. We're like an hour in, and this mimosa has not made its way over to me. And it sucks too, because the waiter passed right by me, but like behind me, and so he had already passed me when I noticed him. And as he was coming back with the empty tray, I was like, hey, like, you're coming back over here, right? And he was like, yeah. And as soon as, like, he agreed to that, like, I was like, hell yeah. As soon as he agreed to that, that's when they were like, hey, walk around the room and look at the art. And I was like, no, wait. So we were all walking around. It was a mess. People were getting in each other's way. It just was not a room made for walking around. And then we all get back to our seats. And this guy, this mimosa guy, is nowhere to be seen. And so the auction starts. We're like an hour in. I see somebody with 2 glasses in their hands, and that was the last straw for me. I go over to where, like, near the kitchen door that he's coming out of, and I camp. I camp the door while the auction is going on. I'm getting in the way of the staff even, like the auction staff. They're like running around. If you've never been to an auction, they do this thing. Like I think I'd heard this is a thing. I think they're called like yellers or like shouters or something. But when someone puts up their hand, like the staff will go like, they'll go like, yeah. They'll yell out like Kramer when he's trying to get DiMaggio's attention. Like that, I don't even know how to explain it. Like to like draw attention to the bidder, pretty much. And this chaos is happening while I'm waiting for the mimosa guy. And finally, the mimosa guy comes out of the kitchen, and I'm like, hey man, give me one of those. And he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, thanks, dude. And I go back to my seat. I didn't say that. That's for the story. I didn't say give me that. I was very polite. I said, hey, can I have one of those, please? I go back to my seat. I'm happy now. I have my drink. And I can't make this up, okay? I cannot make this up. Guys, I did not buy anything. I promise. I didn't bid on anything. But the closest I came to bidding on something, the closest I came to putting up my little sign, all this expensive art had gone through, right? Like thousands of dollars worth, like way out of my pay range. Like people were bidding on things that were like a couple $1,000s, and I was like, you're all nuts. This is a scam. The closest I come to bidding, we're like an hour into the show, and the guy brings out a painting, and I'm like, oh, this looks a little familiar, but I can't really tell from here. Like, what is this vibe I'm getting? The guy goes, Scooby-Doo, Haunted Mansion painting. Who... Scooby-Doo, beloved, wanted a Haunted Mansion painting. $10. Who wants it? $10, $20. Do I hear 30? $30, $30. Do I hear 40? 40. Do I hear 50? 50, 50. Anything above 50? And I'm so close to being like $50. Like I could do this. $50 for Scoob. And it took all my willpower to be like, no, don't do that. That's so stupid. You have to get this home. Like, I almost bought it. I almost bid 50 for the Scoob, but I didn't. It would have made a great story, but like, come on, man. I was so close. It was so funny. Yo, what's up, Odin? The orange on my beloved Scooby-Doo Haunted Mansion painting. Something you need to know about these art auctions that they have on these ships, if you do your research, is that they are a scam. Do not buy it. They claim to have high value, like original copies or like limited editions or whatever, and they're just reproductions. That they have some loophole that allows them to call them originals or something. It's all a scam. Don't buy any of it. It's all, the prices are made up. Don't do it if you ever go on one of these. Later in the show, the only other thing I have to say about the art auction... Oh, they were trying to sell like a credit card in the middle. They were going around trying to sell their credit card, and I was like, nah, I'm good. But the only other thing I really have to say... I stuck around for the whole thing because they were having raffles. And halfway through the show, they do a raffle. And yeah. I mean, isn't that the dream, though? The mimosa, the Scoob, the sunset. Shining a flashlight around, trying to find the ghosts. We can't take knockoff. There was a raffle in the middle of the show, around the hour mark. And the raffle was for a free art piece. And oh, what is this wheat? What is this? This is made up. It looks so beautiful in the sunset. It was literally, it looked like concept art. It was like the Scooby-Doo characters. It was like a nice, colorful piece. Oh man, if I could find it. Hold on, give me 1 sec. If I can find it. Scooby-Doo haunted mansion painting. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh my god, it's so funny. Oh, I didn't even see it up close. People, this was at an art auction. You guys are gonna love this. Hold on. The quality's probably gonna be bad on this, but like... Here it is. This was it. This shit went for 50 bucks. This is like low res, but this was it. Imagine seeing this from a distance. It probably looked like this to me. Like it looked like this from a distance, and I was like, "What is that? Like, what? I'm getting vibes here. What am I seeing? Like something about this painting speaks to me." And then they said Scooby-Doo, and I could like make out the figure of Daphne and Scooby and Redbeard, and I was like, "That's Scoob." Yeah, I could have had this. I know. It is kind of raw. It's a pic that goes raw. But this, guys, this isn't even the funniest one. There was one more that was maybe funnier than this. There was one more that was maybe slightly even funnier than Scoob. Let me see if I can find it. This part felt like parody. This part... Yeah, here it is. This part felt like parody. I found it. Maybe an hour and a half into the auction, another piece quite like this comes out. We were just doing like thousands of dollars worth of art. Another piece like this comes out, but it's even funnier. The auctioneer goes very like somber, like a hushed voice, and he's like, "This next piece is a very serious piece." I thought I was in a sitcom, seriously. I thought I was in like a TV show. He goes, "This next piece is like a very somber piece. I don't even feel good about auctioning this one. So we're just going to sell this one at a flat price. We have many copies for whoever wants it at a flat $50. You can own this. A tribute to, oh God, it's so big. A tribute to the one and only he comes out with this and he's like a tribute to good old Mel Blanc for 50 bucks. I don't even feel good about auctioning this off. $50 flat rate. Who wants it? And like 4 or 5 people bought it. And I was sitting there like, no shot, dude. This isn't real. I felt like I was in a TV show. I would split this. Yeah. They got Foghorn Leghorn right there. I almost bit on this one too. I almost got this one. Everything else was pretty real. Everything else was pretty real art. There was a ceramic monkey that went for $8,000. I don't know. It could have been fake. The whole thing was a scam. Again, there were raffles in the middle of the show, and the raffle was for a free piece of art and like some money, and like a couple people won that. So I was like, okay, well they did a raffle in the middle. Surely there'll be a raffle at the end. I'll stick around. The show went for like 2 hours. It was like way longer than I thought it was going to be. And at the end of the show, they finally do the raffle, and the raffle at the end of the show is for credit. It's for credits to buy art from them. I was so mad. It was for like $200 credit to buy from them. Is this going to be one of those like the fictional characters looking at bad news? Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Is that the Sayori? Mac and Blue 911, they might as well have. They auctioned off credit. They were hacks. I was like, you're out of your mind. And I guess one other funny thing that happened is maybe 3/4 of the way through the show, they were like, for everybody who's still here, you're invited to a special event that only 2% of the people on this ship. What does he have? Sap Sipper? What does Meryl have? Sap Sipper? That's insane. It can get that? That's actually crazy. Mario sat in the rain. They might as well have done all of this. We'll acid this. Beaver's gonna go down here, though. That's the thing, like, huge power is, like, the thing. One other thing, 3/4 of the way through the show, they're like, you're invited to a special event that only 2% of people on this ship are gonna be invited to. This is not advertised anywhere. It is only for the attendees of this event. And I was like, oh my. I was like, exclusive party? Oh my. And they passed out the invitation to everybody that attended. And the reason it's only 2% of the ship is because, like, it was everybody who was here. You know? Like, it was just whoever was at the auction. That's what they meant by 2%. I don't think that was 2%, by the way. There were a couple thousand people on this boat. There were only like 100 in this room. 200 tops. Someone do the math, I don't know. I don't think it was 2%. I get my invitation. I open up my invitation. The invite is to a party on the last sea day, and the party is another auction. But this one has very exclusive art. This one has, like, the secret art that they couldn't show at this show. That is how they pitched it. They were like, you can get exclusive pieces like this one that we're going to give you a sneak peek of. And I was like, yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks for the mimosa. It was funny, though. It was funny. I'm glad I went to it. The art auction was a good time. After the art auction... This is cute! Pumpkins? Oh, I like... Did they turn Falarbor into, like, a farm? Oh, they did! Oh, a little farm town! that fucking Professor Elm? What is he doing here? Oh, hold the phone. If he's here, that can only mean one thing. All right, get your encounters ready. Who wants to Soul Link a Johto starter, probably? Hey, it's me, Professor Elm. I'm visiting from the Johto region to see the local Hoenn Pokemon. Oh, you moved to Hoenn? Oh, it's so great to see you. I've got a little challenge for you. Show me you've caught 50, and I'll give you a special Pokemon from Johto. What do I have? 33? Oh, we'll be back someday. Anybody want to hold off for this one? You're within your right. Battle Tent, they have that here. Is that Lanette? This is the character I think of whenever... Have you guys seen that Pro ZD? This is the one I think of. Lanette. Oh, hello, and you are? Oh, you're Pesto. I can see you're a trainer. I'm Lanette. I'm Snack Lanette. Which Pro ZD? It's one where he makes a joke about like... Yeah, that's true. Sorry. It's a joke about like Bill in Pokemon, where like you find the PC and it's like someone's PC, and it's like, who's someone? And then you meet Bill, and Bill is like, it's me, I'm Bill, I'm the guy from the PC. And it's like, okay, why do I care? It's a funny clip. It's a funny one. I promise. Put away weakness. You know, he does his good Pro ZD delivery on it. Good guys is guys we can still claim, right? Well, you know, not exactly, but kind of. These guys are all off the table. I should put like a bad guys. Oh, but there are no bad guys. They're all good guys. Alright, we're doing good here. I need to get Wingolm some EXP. Trees. The Thrive. The FedEx delivery? I don't know if I've seen that one. So I like what they did here. I like this tree. It looks wonderful. This looks straight out of like... This looks like it's out of like a Wario Land 3 kind of sprite work. Or like a... Even one of like the Zeldas. That's what it reminds me of. I believe that, because Lazarus... This is what Lazarus is kind of like, right? Anyway, I walk out of the art auction. I'm like, man, great start to Zebra Day. My next step is to go upstairs to the casino. To check out the casino. It's casino time, baby. And I found my favorite machine for the week. Something you need to know about me, I'm more of a slot player if I'm on my own. I don't like to go to the tables very much unless I'm with friends. I don't see the fun in it if I'm with a bunch of strangers, because a lot of strangers are like very serious looking at these tables, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck with that. I don't want to make some guy mad who's like playing some blackjack. Like I'm just trying to have fun. So I only have fun with it if I'm like hanging out with people. If I'm on my own, I'm just playing the slots. Which is what I did for most of the week. Well, hold on. Let me... That's not... That came out wrong. I was not gambling the whole time. Most of my time in the casino was spent doing that. No, this is just a well for decoration. Yeah, it's just for decoration. Listen, Odin. I'll hit the tables with you. I'm trying to hit the tables. but I need someone with me. I'm not hitting the tables with no one. It's just not my thing. But I find my machine for the week. Let's hit the tables. I find my machine for the week. It's Lucky Hog. Are you guys familiar with Lucky Hog's game? Do you guys know Lucky Hog? Look up Lucky Hog slot machine and you'll see immediately. Yeah, Zebra would play this one. But listen, the pig was raw. The way the game worked was raw. It had like lines. It was the one I posted, yeah. It had lines and it had a really satisfying jingle. It had a very hypnotic jingle. It was very predatory. But I would get into the rhythm of hitting the spin button thanks to that rhythmic jingle. And I think I won a little. Let's see. What did I write here? I wrote, I made like 75 and dipped when I started losing. So I think that means I did well that first day. As in, I made a profit.